All right, peace, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Truth, Trust, and Trajectory with your girl, Shakim B. Today, I am going to be having a very exciting guest on tonight. Her name is Shenée Allen. Before I go ahead and introduce her, I just want to cover a few housekeeping things while she's trying to get her camera together. So if you guys are just coming back to this channel, I did do a 5-day mini series for my trauma workbook. That trauma workbook is now up on Amazon, so I'm going to be making sure that I put the link in the description for you guys. Also, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss another live or any of my soon coming mini series episodes. So I'm just going to quickly introduce Shenée. She is a talented and passionate actress whose work continues to captivate audiences and leave a very lasting impact. She's known for her dedication and authenticity, for storytelling, and her ability to bring depth and emotion to every role she takes on. In the upcoming feature film Melodies, directed by the incredible Laydee Harris, she portrays Nachelle, a woman on a powerful journey of love and passion. Her performance promises to be both motivating and unforgettable, showcasing her remarkable talent and commitment to herself. So I want you guys to all welcome up Shenée Allen.
Hi, everyone. Can you guys
Hey.
see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. I don't know what was going on with my camera on my phone, so I apologize about that.
It is okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good, doing really good. It's good to see you again. How have you
It's
been?
good to see you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I know I gave you quite the introduction, but if you just kind of
Thank
want to
you.
reiterate for the audience, just let everybody know who you are, what you're currently working on, and we'll go from there.
My name is Shenée. I'm an actress here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I have been acting since 2018. I am currently a project called The Grass is Never Greener. And then I'm also a writer in another film. Um, I'm always busy, always got my hand in something.
I hear it. Sounds like it. So, let me ask you, did you always want to be an actress when you were growing up? Like, was that always a dream or your aspiration?
Actually, no. I have been told my whole life though that I am a character by my friends and family. And I've had people ask me like, "Have you ever acted before? Do you want to act?" And I was just like, "No, I never thought about it." So, no, acting was not on my radar until 2018 when I was approached by a woman named Sherelle to be in a YouTube web series.
Hmm. How okay, so what was that experience like? Like, what were you doing? How did you feel about
So,
that?
so she approached me in my inbox on Facebook and was asking me because I was a part of this group on Facebook, and she asked me. I had made a comment in the group about something. I can't remember exactly what it was, and she seen my comment. And she said, "Hey, I saw what you just posted in the group, and I was wanting to know, have you ever acted before? Do you want to act?" I was like, I guess. And she was like, I have a lead role for a YouTube web series if you want to be in it. I was like, sure. And she sent me the script, and I did like 3 seasons, and I have been acting ever since then. I was very, very nervous. I still get nervous to this day on camera, but you can, I was way more nervous back then. I was just like, oh my gosh, acting is not for me. But I've been able to coach myself before filming now, so I'm used to it, but I still get nervous.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine because you is it because, like, you know that people are gonna see it, or is it just, like, the pressure of the environment in itself?
The pressure, the fact that I know people are going to see it, the fact that I have to deliver. Like it's no doubt about it, I have to. So it's just like, okay, Shenée, you got this, you got this, you got this, you could do it, you could do it. So
That is
what's
so
crazy is you
true.
would think that the pressure would be heavier because you have so many people like that's part of the production looking at you. I'm not worried about them. It's the people in the world going to see not the production.
Yes. So, did you
And
have so I know you said that wasn't something that you, initially grew up so you kind of fell into it. But, like, thinking back, like, were there any people in
yes.
your personal life or the industry that inspired you to, like, say yes?
I have always been inspired by Angela Bassett. Like she is my favorite actress of all time. Like if I ever, I don't ever get starstruck by anybody, but if I ever met Angela Bassett, I would kiss the ground that she is currently standing on, because she is one of the most strong-headed actresses in the industry, that she can play anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody. You put any character, you give any character to Angela, she's gonna body it each time. And I just, oh my god, she inspires me so much.
Yeah, I
So I was like,
definitely love
I wanna be like Angela.
yeah.
Yeah. I love
So
Angela. Everybody
so
loves Angela.
is it something like when you say she basically is able to like take on any role, is that something that like you're currently practicing, like just stepping into different roles in that?
Actually, yes, actually, I am now, because I've worked on a film where I was a deadbeat mom. I worked on a film where I was the ghetto girl. I just
Mhm.
wrapped up a film where basically I'm crazy. I'm the crazy chick. Um, I've played in a film where I was the realtor, and I played in a film where I was the dummy. So, and when I say dummy, like the female that people are gonna see me like, she's stupid for staying with him type thing. So I have played different roles, and I love that. I love that.
Oh, that's awesome. So, like,
Yeah.
what's the preparation like? Like, to I would imagine like you would have to get yourself mentally prepared and like study the character. How long does
Mhm.
it take you to study the characters?
It depends on the length of the script, how long, how many lines I have, how many lines my co-stars have, and things like that. Now that a lot of people are starting to do like Zoom rehearsals and stuff, I'm not gonna say I don't really do well with Zoom rehearsals, but I prefer in person. So
Mhm.
if there's ever a time that me and the other characters can meet up in person, I'd be down for it, as opposed to Zoom. But because I'm able to like really bring my energy in person.
Mhm.
So we'll go over the lines. Like right now, the film that I'm working on, we do have Zoom rehearsals every week, like on Wednesdays or something. We have it every week at the same time, and we go through the whole entire script.
Mm. So, like with Zoom rehearsal, have you done both? You've done like the in person and Zoom?
Oh yes, yeah, yes, plenty of times, yes,
Which one do you prefer over
in person,
in
in person,
person?
because I can't. My energy, I'm still gonna bring the energy in Zoom, but like for example, the film I just wrapped up, we were doing Zoom rehearsals, and she was coaching us and telling us like, we got one more week of like, I need y'all to bring it. And I was like, listen, I promise you, I'm going to bring it. These Zoom rehearsals is not doing it. So when we finally got on set and I brought the energy, she was like, whoa, there was a part in the film where I had to like get angry. And when I
Mhm.
got angry, everybody in production, I could see out the corner of my eye, everybody in production had like jumped. They was like, whoa, like they was like, what in the world? Like I was like, I told you, I'm gonna bring it. Like I was like, once I get in front of those cameras, I bring it. It's just Zoom rehearsal, just don't do it for me.
Right. So, is that something that they're gonna always is always gonna continue to happen that way? Like with the
Being ever since, the pandemic, I guess, and plus it's more convenient for people. I will say that it's very convenient for me. Zoom is very convenient for me because I have such a busy schedule. So in that aspect, I do prefer Zoom. But if I'm not doing anything, I want to be able to meet up with my co-stars in person and
yeah.
rehearse. So yeah, but I do think that is going to forever be a thing now, where Zoom rehearsals, even auditions, they're doing more and more Zoom auditions.
Mhm, mhm. So when we initially spoke, right? And even earlier, you had mentioned it, acting wasn't something that you had like it wasn't on your
Mhm.
radar initially, but now that you're in it and you're seeing like you have a bigger vision like when it
Mhm.
pertains to where you want to go with that. Was there a moment when you started that you realized like this was your calling?
A moment when I realized this was my calling, when I started to get booked more and more, I was like, I'm like, like I didn't think like this would happen. Like, yeah, I applied for these roles, but I'm really getting booked for these roles. So maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And now, current day 2025, yes, I know acting is meant for me. So from somebody who, funny story, I faked a whole seizure in second grade. I faked a whole seizure in second grade. So from somebody who faked a whole seizure in second grade, and then I started to get booked, I said, "Oh yeah, acting is meant for me."
Okay, so that it was actually when you were 2. You
Well, yeah,
it didn't connect.
but it didn't click. Like, Shenée, you are an actress. Like, you faked a whole seizure in second grade. Like,
Yo, I love that.
yeah.
So, we had discussed like the whole, mostly this platform, not entirely because it does encompass like spirituality, and I'm really big on mental health. So, like
Correct.
being in the acting, profession, like, how do you feel like acting coincides with your mental health journey?
Oh, my mental health journey has been a journey for the past 2 years now. When I am on set, being playing a character that I get to play, I get to be a completely different person. It takes me away from no matter what the character is, whether it's a bad character, good character, bad cop, good cop. It takes me away from reality, from what I deal with in my everyday life and the losses that I've endured for the past 2 years. So I be sure to check in with my therapist, and really make sure I'm taking care of my mental. I travel a lot, and that is a part of my mental health. You know how some people they go shopping for mental health, for their mental. They take a paint class for their. I travel. I will book a trip and go real quick. So yeah.
No, that's definitely a whole thing though, because you do hear a lot about like, different ways of managing, with
Mm-hmm.
mental health, and retail therapy is huge for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, in between getting like booked, like I remember recently I had like 2 months every other day I had Zoom calls, Zoom rehearsals, in-person rehearsals. Like I couldn't catch a break. I was thankful for the opportunities, but I could not catch a break. I was like, y'all, I have not been out of town in 2 months. I need to go somewhere, but it was just back to back. So when I finally got a break, I was like, whew, like I can finally go somewhere now, like and get my mental together because like I said, I'm
I think you froze up there a little bit. You still there?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I think
Yeah. No, it's okay. Mine was doing that for a little bit. So, I just want to make sure I heard you right. You were basically saying like because you're very mindful. I missed out on the last part, so I was trying to connect what I heard. As far
I
as
was just saying I'm glad I had got a break because everything was back to back and I'm a traveling person, so I need my travel time to get away and disconnect. So
yes,
yeah.
yeah. So like was that like traveling? You said you're really heavy on that. So even before you started acting, is that something that you like incorporated in just like your normal mental health practices, like managing it or?
No, because like I said, I had started acting in 2018. I didn't really start traveling a lot until 2020, when right when the
Mm,
pandemic happened and everybody was scared to go outside. I was
she
outside.
said,
Well, yeah, I was outside because flights were very cheap. So I was in a different city probably every weekend. Me and my son, we were in a different city almost every weekend. So after that, I've been traveling like crazy ever since.
So the entertainment industry could be really demanding, as you already mentioned, both emotionally and mentally. Have you ever had any moments where your mental health made you question, like, the trajectory of your acting? And if so, like, how did you navigate through that?
Yes, during filming for Melodies, actually, the last scene that we were supposed to film, I had got a call. We were supposed to film that Friday, but that Tuesday before, I had got a call that my mom had passed away. So I had to let Laydee know, like, I could not, of course, make filming that weekend because we were making funeral arrangements and stuff. So my mind couldn't even fathom anything with acting. I just was not there. So when I got back and everything like kind of died down for me, I did jump right back in it because that was the last scene. And after that, I don't think I had anything for like maybe like a month. But that was a very, very a hard time for me, a very hard time for me. And I'm like, oh my God, how do people deal with death every day and still have to, work, still have to work?
Yeah.
Yeah, still have to show up.
Well, I'm extremely sorry for your loss. Like, I really couldn't imagine. Were you ever able to properly grieve?
No, I was not. I was not. I actually think that I had, and it's crazy that we're talking about this right now because I think I actually had a very, very deep grieving moment last week. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want a mom. I didn't want to be a sister. I didn't want to be a friend. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to get out of bed. But nobody knew. Nobody knew except one of my close friends. I had been quiet for like a week or two, and she was like, "Something not right. Like, you're not usually this quiet. Like, what is going on with you?" And I finally just broke down to her, and I was like, "I don't think I ever was able to like really grieve. Like, but I also keep myself busy to try to like what you call it, I guess, like mask the pain. And so last week was very tough for me. I feel like I wouldn't have made it.
My goodness. Well, I hope that you are able to take that time at some point, because that's a really
Yeah,
deep and heavy thing. And I think the one thing about loss
it
and grief
is.
is if you don't take that time,
Yeah.
it'll sneak up on you, and it's your body's way of
Oh
forcing
yes.
you to deal with it. So
Yes, yes. Like it your body will force you to really sit in it. And
yes.
when I finally told my sister how I was feeling, they was like, my sisters, a few of my sisters still live in New York, and she was like, I'm getting ready to book a flight down there right now. And I was like, no, I was like, that's my problem. I always look to my family and friends to help me get through things. I need to deal with this by myself for once.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's heavy, Shenée.
Yeah, I know.
That's so
I'm
heavy.
sorry.
No, you don't have to be. I want to start life coaching you, but this is not the place. Like certain things, certain things you can. It is okay to have community, right, and not feel like you're putting
Right.
that off on somebody because that's completely different, right? Some things we're
Yeah.
not meant
I'm
to
I'm
go
I'm
through.
learning
Yeah.
I'm learning that now. I am. I have 14 brothers and sisters, so I do have a community, a large community. It's just that I don't like to, brother, sister or not, I don't like to bother nobody. But at the same time, they're grieving too. So it's just
Mhm.
like I can go to you, but I can't because you're grieving the same loss that I am. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Man. All right. So, how do you balance the emotional intensity of acting with maintaining your mental well-being? Do you have any special practices or routines you've developed to practice your mental health while working on demanding roles?
Um, I, gosh, now that I think about it, no, like because the film that I just wrapped up, that was very intense. That was very intense. Like I said, I had to play crazy,
Mhm.
and I was just like, okay. Well, I can. What I can say is, when I was on set and I had to get angry, I I let my emotions out when I had to get angry. I had got so angry, I slammed my hand on the table, and that's when everybody jumped. So yeah, I just had to take a moment. I stepped away and I was like, y'all give me a second. And they gave me a second. And when I came back, I was super angry and I just went in.
Okay. So that's kind of a way, right? Because you're able to kind of take
Yeah.
the emotion and focus into the role. That's pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Right, right.
So
Thank you.
of course. So the next thing I was going to talk about is representation, and mental health being a topic that, still carries a stigma, especially in certain communities, if you know what I mean. Do you feel a responsibility to portray characters or share
Right.
stories that shed light on mental health, or like anything around like representation?
Definitely, because we all deal with something in our personal lives, especially our community.
Mhm.
So I definitely feel the need to like shed light on mental health in films. I'm actually a writer on a film that is discussing mental health actually right
Oh,
now.
wow.
So yes, I strongly believe that to bring awareness, like I'm gonna say us, African Americans, sometimes we tend to think that therapy and doing mental health is shunned on. Really
Mhm.
not. Like, we all can use the help in some aspect.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And it's always interesting having like those conversations with different people, right? Because I think like the older generation,
Mhm.
when we start talking about mental health, you'll have like a small percentage of them that are just like,
Yeah.
they're so stuck in their ways. And then there are, the other percentage that are,
No. Yep.
yeah, they're learning from, the next generation. So they're a little bit more cool with it.
Mhm.
It's the guys that you gotta watch out
Yep.
for because
And
they're
they,
the ones.
they also have.
Mhm,
Yep. They also have to understand we're not. This is 2025. We're not living in a time where y'all, the older generation ignored it that went on. Plus, they're not as stressed out as we are today. Bills are sky high in 1950, 1960. Bills are
uh-huh.
sky high today. So it's like we deal with so much stress
Uh-huh.
in this generation. This is not the same. So
I
no, this,
promise
this is
you
not the
that the
same.
bills
This
of
is not the same,
yesterday are not
Grandpa,
the bills of
as when
today.
you were.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not like no.
No, I totally get that. All right. Your character Nichelle seemed. I'm saying that right? Nichelle, right?
Michelle, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Seems to go through quite an emotional journey. Did you experience with your own mental health influence how you approached this role?
Yes, because Nichelle went through a period of self-doubt, um,
Mm,
finding love and stuff like that. And I actually experienced the same thing. I've
yeah.
have experienced the same thing before. So it was easy to relate to that character.
Mm. So when you have like a character that's relatable, like do you find it easier to like act out that role, or does it
Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
All right. As you continue to grow in your career, how do you hope to use your platform to further the conversation around mental health? And then, do you have any projects or initiatives that you're passionate about pursuing?
I will always talk about the benefit of mental health and taking care of you on and off set, whether I'm filming or not, because I've experienced so much, and I really tapped in taking care of my mental health. Like I said, I started traveling back in 2020, but after my mom passed, that's when I really tapped in and was like, I got to do something before I go off the deep end. Like my mind is not here. Like I'm in a, like they say death will change you, but sitting front row at a funeral for somebody who birthed you will change you even deeper. So I was like, I have to do something to take care of me. And believe it or not, I actually do want to become a life coach. I do want to
Really?
be a life coach. Yes.
I think you'd be a great life coach
Thank
for
you.
real.
Thank
Because
you.
I think there are certain experiences, right? And it's funny, coincidentally, I was talking to my sister about this earlier today, and
Mhm.
we often talk about how, as life coaches, she's a therapist as well as a life
Oh,
coach.
wow.
Yeah, so funny
Okay.
story with that. But she talks about how, as life coaches, we often think that, we're supposed to have all of the answers, which, or we'll
Mm.
feel guilty when, we're able to coach somebody through their own situation. But then
Mhm.
in turn, like we might be going through something
Yep.
externally, so
Yep.
it almost feels like, you have like that imposter syndrome where you're like, hey, I'm a
Yep.
fraud,
Yep.
but it's not necessarily that because
That's very true.
yeah, the therapist also needs a therapist. You know what I
Yep.
mean? The healers.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's crazy because everybody has always, still to this day, people will, even strangers, people will start a conversation with me, tell me their life story. I don't know these people from a can of paint. And it's just like, I'm sitting here giving advice. They're asking for my opinion. And I'm like, dang, like, I'm sitting here giving this person advice. What do I do in my own situation? Like, I'm telling you
Mhm.
not to go off the deep end, but meanwhile, I might be feeling like I'm going off the deep end. So that's just like, I want to be a life coach to let, people know, like, in the end, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
It's okay to have moments. It's okay to not be okay though. That's what I've had to learn since my mom passed. It's okay to not be okay, and that's why that week. That's why last week I didn't care about nothing. When I say I didn't care about nothing, yes, I'm a mom, but I couldn't even mom properly. I
yeah,
couldn't. My son was like, "Mom, like, what is wrong with you?" Like, and I was just like, "Son, I'm not here. I'm not
yeah,
here." So I want people to know, like, it's okay to not be okay, but you will be okay eventually. You will
yeah.
be okay eventually.
I saw something earlier today. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but this lady, she was talking about how emotions, and
Mhm.
they come in waves too, but
Oh
um
yes.
normally they last up to 90 seconds, right? What
Mm.
makes them last longer is when we start like getting into our headspace and then
Hmm.
overthinking them. So,
Hmm.
that it causes people to spiral so often. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. That's very true. And I thought I was spiraling last week. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
said, I was like, I don't want to do nothing.
yeah,
I had like it felt like an outer body experience, but then that's when I realized, like, Shenée, you never really properly grieved, and I think this is your grieving moment. Like,
yeah.
and that thing had me down bad, very, very bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge loss.
Yeah,
It's not like a small thing. And I feel
correct.
like any loss really it can take people, from 0 to 100 or 100 all the way down to zero.
Oh,
Very. Hmm.
definitely, definitely. I actually So my mom passed in 2023, and then back in November, I lost my niece. So that was hard as well. And I'm just like, I'm just done. Like I don't want to go to no more funerals for nothing. Like
Mm.
I just can't. So it's just like when I say I'm big on mental health, I will tell anybody, do whatever you need to do to protect your headspace. I don't care if
Okay.
you have to break a mirror, if you gotta crash out in your bedroom, do
Mm.
whatever you need to
Yeah,
do.
in your bedroom though.
Yeah, in your
Yeah.
bedroom. You don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do whatever you need to do,
Hmm.
that makes sense to protect
Disclosure.
your headspace. So yeah,
Yes.
like this upcoming month, I have so many trips I'm about to go on. I'm so excited for that because I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to deal with reality when I'm on these trips and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to March and April.
That's it. It's gonna be good months for a lot of people out
Oh,
here. So I'm like,
yes,
yeah.
definitely. It's my birthday month. So yeah.
Wait, are you a Pisces too? Or you Aries?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a
yes,
Pisces. Are
girl.
you a Pisces?
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Next month
March what?
on the 9th.
Oh my God, mine is the 5th, March 5th. And my son
Eh.
is the Aries. His is April 9th.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'll be on my posting like, y'all smell that? Yeah, it smells like Pisces season.
Right. Look, I promise you, I can't wait till my birthday. I just wrapped up a photo shoot in the behind the scenes. I can't wait
Mm.
to drop that on my birthday. I'm so excited for March. I'm so excited for March.
It's a lot, I'm telling you, especially for the Pisces, because I keep
Yeah,
seeing that. I'm
the
like,
prices are taking over.
all the way, and all of the good things. I love that. All right, so out of all of the characters that you played, which one do you feel like you most resonated with on a personal level?
um, I'm gonna give two that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
The first one is being Nachelle in Melodies because she was like looking for love, and then she, quote unquote, found her person. And I feel like I'm currently experiencing that right now.
Yes, I love that for
I
you.
feel like I'm experiencing that right now. Thank God. And then there's this other character, Sasha, that I played for a comedy film called The Weekend. And Sasha was like, she was like the headstrong friend. She not gonna tell you what you want to hear. She's gonna tell you what you need to
You
hear.
need it.
And
Yeah.
she's really down to earth, like really down to earth. She be getting on people's nerves, but she's down to earth. So I was like, I can relate to Sasha. I can relate to Sasha.
I love that. So, what was the most important lesson you've learned about yourself, either through acting or just life in general?
Mm, the most important lesson that I have learned about myself. Gosh, that's a good question. I have experienced so much and learned so many lessons. What I will say is you're not I, how can I word this? A lesson I've learned about myself is I'm able to get through, I'm gonna say mostly anything. Um, because when I say I've experienced so much, I have experienced so much more than the average 34-year-old.
Mhm.
Um, I would say that to sum it all up, that would be a lesson. I can get through anything. It may take me a minute, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through that bad boy. I'm
But
gonna get through that bad boy.
it sounds like resilience is a common theme in your life.
Mhm.
You know,
It
and
is. It
I
definitely
don't
is.
know if it's like a Pisces thing because almost every single one that I know has like been through a lot of things, and
Me
but you
too.
know,
Me too. Yep.
it's some of them that breaks them completely, but then there's ones that they literally rise like a phoenix out of the ashes every
Yep.
time. And you be
Yep.
looking like, how are you still here, bro?
How did you do it? How did you do it? Like what? Like I remember talking to one of my best friends recently, because we used to like party back in the day,
Mm,
like, and to see all she told me, she was like, Shenée, like, I can't believe, like, because me and her went through stuff together, but then I also
mm,
went through stuff alone by myself. So she
mm,
was like, Shenée, I just don't understand, like, how in the world did you go through all that? Like, did we go through all that? And you came out like a champ. Like she just told me this the other day. Like, because when I tell you I fell flat on my face, one of those years I fell flat on my face, and I said, you know what? I ain't never fallen flat on my face again like that ever.
yeah,
And I've been up ever since. So it's just
mhm,
like she was just like she was like, I like really look up to you, like, because you really like have came a long way. And I have like,
mhm,
you would think somebody put me in a ring and said fight 10 lions and
mm.
7 tigers and 3 bears. Like I was not playing. I was not playing. I was like, I would never get in this place in life again. I would never get in this
Yeah,
place in life again. So yeah, I
nah,
can I can get through anything. I do feel like it's a Pisces thing because a lot of Pisces I know are the same way. Like we have been through a lot, but we go through a lot, but we get through a lot
mhm,
at the same time. Like stopping us. You are not stopping us.
yeah,
So yeah.
exactly. And it's sad we don't look like what we've been through. That's
Yeah, we
right.
don't look nothing like what we've been through. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What has been your proudest moment so far, either in your career or your personal life?
Mm. Well, I got two. I'm gonna say personal and I'm gonna say personal and career. Career wise, I would have to say with acting when I did land the movie role, Office Secrets as Luxury. That was my first film that actually landed on Tubi, on a TV screen, all of that stuff, all that good stuff. So that was my proudest moment because I was just like, little me in a movie, like what? Sometimes I still can't believe it. As far as my personal life, my proudest moment would have to be my proudest moment was finding my others. I little personal background, I am adopted. So finding I had others and sisters, I took 2 DNA tests and finding them, that was my proudest moment because I'm such a nosy person and I'm such an investigator and I want to know things. So when I found them, I was like, oh my God, like I really did
Wow.
that.
What was that like? Like, what was that experience like for you?
Oh, that was amazing. Like I was nervous getting on a plane to go meet them. I was super nervous, but if if I showed you the videos and stuff, everybody was saying on Facebook, like you would have never thought that they did not know me. Like it's like they had been knowing me my whole life. Like, well,
That's
actually, I'll actually be
amazing.
seeing them. I've seen them like probably like I've seen them more times because it's about to be 3 years. Yeah, it's about to be 3 years. I've seen them over like 20 times already, and I'm about to see
Wow.
them again in March. We are like
Nice.
when I say we like this, we are like this. I actually just got off the phone with one of my sisters before this call. I was like, let me call you back. I ain't going to Zoom, but yeah, we are close. Like I love them. They love me. We are close. I love them.
I love that. That is so awesome.
Thank you.
And
Thank
that must
you.
have been really fulfilling too, you know,
Oh,
to
it
just have that.
was.
Yeah, it's like finding a piece of yourself that, was lost.
Yes,
Yeah.
that I did not know. It was very fulfilling because you hear stories of people trying to find their birth families, and their birth families are not accepting of them. But when I
Mhm.
tell you, my family was so accepting of me, like I promise you, you would never think that they only been knowing me for 3 years. Like
Wow.
those. I love them to death. Like,
I love
like
that
we,
for you.
it's to the point like we have to see each other every couple of months. We have to.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, you gotta stay connected now because it's supposed to
Oh
be all
yeah.
we got, family.
Right, right. Right.
Hell yeah. Ooh, sorry. Um,
You're good, you
all right.
good.
What is one thing that you've always wanted to do, whether it's a role, a project, or a personal goal that you haven't had a chance to tackle yet?
Something that I want to do that I haven't had a chance to tackle yet. Um, Two things. I always got two things. Um, One thing I do want to do is quit my full-time job and travel and act full-time. Um, yeah, at full time. And then the second thing is work alongside Angela Bassett.
Man, I if I see you on TV with Angela, I'm gonna be like, yo, I know her.
Period. 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 Look, it's coming. It is coming. I'm
I
manifesting
know
it
it.
now.
I
It's
know it is.
coming. So I want to be able to work alongside Angela Bassett. I feel like when you step in the room with Angela, you winning. You are
Yeah,
winning.
she said we have arrived.
We have arrived, baby. Auntie Angie. I'm beside Auntie Angie.
I love that so much. So
Thank you.
the last thing that I usually like to extend is for
Mhm.
my guests to attribute some sort of inspirational or motivational something, a message to the viewers, because this channel is primarily dedicated to uplifting women,
Mhm.
um, men too, but mostly women.
Yeah.
Um, just everything that you've gone through and where you were versus where you are currently at. What is one piece of advice that you would attribute to someone that is currently going through, maybe some undesirable situations or is on, a different path trying to find a better life or find their purpose?
I would say with everything that I have gone through in life, it's a couple of things. Always, baby, attitude of gratitude. That's
Mm,
attitude of gratitude is my biggest thing. Know that whatever you are going through, I promise you, and this is coming from me, somebody who, like I said, have been right there on the edge, right there on the edge. And if you know what I mean when I say right there on the edge, you are going to get through it. Okay, you are going to get through it. I don't, no matter what you are dealing with, get yourself in a room, get on your knees and pray to whoever you pray to, talk to whoever you talk to. It don't matter who. Just get in a room, get on your knees and talk to the most high,
mhm,
because it is not the end for you. It's so much to live for, so much to do. Um, Whether that's in your career or personal life, get in a room and pray. Okay. Because with everything that I've been through, if it wasn't for my spirit guides, and I'm not going to get deep into that and stuff, but if it wasn't for that, I don't know where I would be.
mhm,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. And then, having my son is like one of the things I told myself, last week, being on the edge, is like, my son, he need me here. My son needs me. So yeah, it's people out there that love you, that need you. I promise you, this is not the end. You gonna get through it. You're gonna look back one day and be like, I did get through that. Like I ate that challenge up like I don't know what.
mhm.
Yeah.
Man, that just gave me chills. Oh my
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, we gonna get through whatever, man. We gonna get through whatever. We are strong individuals. We are not weak. Don't let nobody make you feel like you are weak because you're going through something, or you feel like you want to end it all or something like that. That's not weak. It's just that you're going through a tough time, but you are going to get through it. I'm telling you, like when I was talking to my sister and was telling her everything that I was feeling, she darn near cursed me out because she was like, Shenée, don't you know, you got people who here who love you. Da, da, da. I was like, yeah, but I'm not trying to hear all that without realizing, yeah, I do have people here that love me. I am important. I am needed. I am wanted. Like, yeah, it's just a little, trial I'm going through.
And it
So
definitely
yeah.
made you stronger, for sure,
Yep, definitely makes it stronger. Yes, each and every day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm still here.
And you're going big places. Like I'm really excited that I got to have you on my podcast. I want to thank you for
Thank
making time
you.
to come on here today because my little
Thank you for having me.
44 subscribers or whatever. But
I subscribed. I think I'm the 44th.
I was looking at it today, like what?
That was me.
But I'm definitely glad that you were able to make it on here and share your story and all of the things that you've gone through and all of the impact that you're making currently and going to make in the future. Definitely appreciate you. And I wish you so much success. Hopefully we keep in contact.
Oh yes, for sure. You got my email and number. I got your email and number. Yes, for sure.
And happy early birthday, Turnip.
Happy early birthday to you, Turnip. Do you have any big plans? Do you have any big plans for your birthday?
No, I'm gonna be hanging out in the house.
Listen, gotta start celebrating. It is. Don't get me wrong. It definitely is. But one thing I am big on is birthdays. Because I feel like that's a whole nother year of like life. Like, and plus my mom, like growing up, my mom made my birthday such a big thing. So I never stopped making it a big thing. And I make my son's birthday a big thing too. So I was like, I think I will forever be like that. Like, I'm so big on birthdays. So big. So I be like when I hear people say they're not doing nothing for their birthday, I be like, why not?
Hopefully maybe something will change. I don't know. But like for now, I'm on my couch watching Netflix. I'm just happy to be here. Let me tell you, I'm happy.
I mean, that's true. Yes, that's very true. You are absolutely right. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.
All right, Shenée. Well, it was very nice having you, and I appreciate you. And we'll be in contact.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank
You're
you, guys.
very welcome. Thank you. All right, bye. All right, guys. So thank you for tuning in and making time to watch this episode. If you guys haven't already, head over to my website, Truth, Trust, and Trajectory.com. You can find my coaching packages as well as my trauma workbook is up on Amazon. Make sure you guys check the description box for any discounts currently going on. And until next time, okay, bye.